Hello and welcome to another cast by the TheScChronicles. RB3K here.
With truth.
Alright, so I just got promoted to Gold Division because I just played a game right now and I got 23 points. I'm very, very proud.
Yeah, so he did get placed into silver after his placement matches. So after working his way through silver leagues, he has made himself into gold. So you want to click on your opponent and go to his profile.
What was this guy?
Captain was a gold league player, and he did well. He's been on a pretty bad losing streak, it looks like.
Yeah.
But it looks like we will try to bring you our first live first-person view cast with Arby playing as our Protoss player. We'll use him as like a kind of a guinea pig. We'll make fun of him on the way, and see how he does against his opponent.
Yeah, during this game, I think mostly Truth is going to be talking because me trying to talk while playing just leads to really bad play. And my gameplay isn't that great. As you can see, I just got into the Gold Division right now, so we'll see what happens. We're just searching. Oh, found a player. Good to go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we thought we'd bring some diversity to our channel by playing, some live casts, some pro league players, some of us playing. Just bring something new to the channel and see what we get. And this is actually Arby's first, game, but we haven't actually shown any of him playing. Mostly just been me. So it does look like we are spawning on Blistering Sands, and I did not even look at where our opponent was. I think it was Terran.
No, it's Protoss. It's PvP.
So it does look like we have a PvP on Blistering Sands, and we should be down for a pretty long matchup. Blistering Sands is a big map, and it takes a while to traverse that land, unless you get some proxy pylons up really early.
Yeah, we'll see what I want to do. I'm probably going to see if I can get a 2-gate rush and see what I can do with that.
So we're going to go for a double gate, pump up some zealots, and see the kind of pressure you put on.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so maybe our opponent will, maybe put a fast expand and you'll beat him right away, or we don't know. But I think regardless, we should put this video up.
Alright, no, so win or lose, this video is going up. Hopefully this doesn't become a 30-minute video of us going up to carriers or something.
Yeah, Arby does have a bad habit of sitting back in his base and not ever attacking, which I have criticized him many times before, try to get him, to teach him to put that early pressure on, to really, force the business, try to get some new shit going.
Yeah, and especially with Truth watching me right now, it's probably going to be me pushing a lot more, because if it was just me playing on my own, I'd be sitting back, just chilling.
Yeah, so maybe I'll play more of a big brother overwatching role and just, point out things he can do to kind of improve his game. I have been playing StarCraft much longer than RB, actually a pretty big StarCraft 1 and Brood War player myself. Never really got into the pro fan league, that kind of stuff, but I like the game enough to, really get into the melee version of it for 1v1 games.
Yeah.
So it looks like he is gateway down, has refused to scout his opponent, which he'll do now.
Wow, I completely forgot about scouting.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
He is chrono boosting probes out, which is a good move on this map because it's a very large map. You really want to use that chrono boost to get more probes out. Unless you really want to go for an aggressive double gate push, then you want to save your chrono boost and really get those zealots out quicker and bring the hurt to your opponent. So it looks like the probe is making his way across. He hasn't seen the enemy probe on its way, so maybe he's sitting back too. Well, we'll see what happens. So as the first gateway is finished, will he queue up a zealot or just get his cybernetics core down? He does choose to bring out a zealot early. Yeah, against Protoss, you really do need zealots to help bolster your stalker army. You really want to get them to take on some of the damage. And it looks like your opponent is putting down one gate. Does he have a gas up? Doesn't look. He is putting his gas now. A little bit late on the gas, I have to say. And probably will get his cybernetics core down soon. He has scouted you, and the probe has mysteriously vanished or gone away. With this big mic in the way, it's hard to see.
Frightening, actually, not knowing whether or not he's actually in my base right now or not.
So yeah, you really want to be careful about Protoss players, putting up secret pylons in your base, which looks like he isn't. Looks like the probe is sitting in the corner there. No, actually, there's a pylon down, so he will probably abuse that. Maybe put some cannons down if he has a forge. He really wants to get that zealot on there and peck that thing down. As he has his probe smartly placed on the Zelnaga watchtower, so he can see any type of attack coming in. Now once those zealots get on that tower, he can send his probe back to work and go more with his strategy and maybe get some gas going. So what kind of strategy do you think you want to go with now? You want to go for a 2-gate, 4-gate, 3-gate to robo? There's a lot of options on a ZVZ. It looks like your opponent is trying to do some sort of
PvP,
cheese.
you mean?
Yeah, PvP, sorry.
Sorry, there we go, no worries. Can we get this pylon done? Thank you. And I'm gonna put my own here.
Yeah, it's always good to put pylons in your back door just to see if they're breaking down the rocks, just in case something weird's going on. And should have put that pylon down a little bit earlier.
A little bit earlier, actually.
Your rally point for your Nexus has gone away because the probes are sitting there, mysteriously enough.
Did it go? Why does this game hate me?
And it just looked like the pressure of the live cast is getting to Arby as he's trying to make some weird blunders that he usually doesn't do.
Alright, let's...
Oh, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he doesn't do them.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much besides the initial scout from our opponent, but it does look like he's putting down 2 more gateways, looks like. And putting on his proxy pylon, that's always a good move. You help your warp in get in much closer, and the probe should go back in to get some... See if you can get any information. No, right now in this game, there's probably a lot of zealots standing in the way, or a stalker. They'll probably deny any scouting information. But just in case it does somehow manage to make its way through, or you see that he's expanding quickly, you know, it's good to get that scout in, just again, just to see what's going on. So that scout is making its way in, and will it make its way in? It does look like it's getting hit. There are 2 gateways down that are visible. He's probably also going for another 4-gate push himself. Or some sort of push, and that probe is chilling.
Why is that probe chilling? Why are you chilling, probe?
So it does look like the second gas for Arby is up. He has his gateway coming. His warp gate tech is nearly done, about 3/4 of the way done. His gateways are almost done. He should be producing a few more zealots out of his gateway. So as the warp gate finishes, zealots are produced. So you know you just get that double instant. The zealots spawn. You make them to warp gates and you spawn more units. That instant spawn is very helpful, and it's good to time your zealots and stalkers to be finishing as your warp gate tech finishes. So it looks like that probe will come out and find that proxy pylon there and probably send some zealots to dispose of it quite quickly. Or he just scouting by to, you know, maybe he'll send his own probe all the way to Arby's base to check out what's going on. Oh no, it is on the tower, and he will start pecking at that pylon now. So his warp gate tech is finished, and he is building his own proxy pylon right next to it. And
does he see this?
Yeah, of course he sees this.
Does he see it? Is he retarded? I don't know.
So some of his Arby's gateways have not become warp gates yet. Maybe misclick them. Or
no, they're waiting for some more units. Okay. They just finished them out.
The units have finished, and he is on a 4-gate push now. So once those units arrive and the next set of warp-ins come in, he really wants to push out. He will have another 4 units come in. He might want to put another pylon down because he will supply block himself after his first zealot.
Good call. Good call. You know what? You could be pointing this out earlier. But anyways, let's see what
I don't want to really disrupt your flow of the game. Just announce what's going on right here. So it does look like Arby will test the door of our blue Protoss player, and see how much damage you can do. It looks like a stalker is out for the other player with an immortal. Wow, that immortal against this many zealots is not a good choice. That immortal does do well against the stalkers, but yeah, that's a nice play moving this zealots forward and surrounding his zealots. Now his immortal with the stalkers are pretty good army combination if Arby's army was more zealot heavy, and he does smartly choke it off. So he is in the back heel right now. Arby will want to grab his expansion now and just know that he's at advantage right now. The other guy's army's not as big. Maybe hit his backdoor rock to grab his expansion. You have a lot of options right now. When you put the pressure on your opponent, you really fluster them, and they're kind of scared. They're producing more units than they really should be. Not focusing on macro. They want to know where your army is and what's going on. So yeah, it's really good to put pressure on. And it's like we are getting some more zealots in to deal with those immortals. Immortals do very well against stalkers, but against zealots they don't do very well because that 50 damage blast doesn't affect. You don't get that armor bonus damage. So it does look like he's starting to peck away at those backdoor rocks, and there's a lot of zealots there.
Doing absolutely nothing actually.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if he looks like there are cannons. No, there's stalkers back there pecking at the. But it doesn't matter because those rocks will go down. And now with Arby's army composition, it is quite nice to have that many zealots. You can flood either direction you want to go, and just really put some pressure on. But it does look like the opponent is trying to bolster his army. He is getting upgrades. Once that one attack, I'm assuming, finishes, the blue Protoss army should be better. But it looks like Arby's 4-gate push will do better than his 3-gate. And it does call GG that. So you just want to return to the game and check out what he was going, and hey,
see exactly what happened here.
So he had 3-gate robo the way it looks right now. There's 2 gateways in the front. He had 1 gateway in the back from the robo bay. He might have been going blink or maybe even charge.
Lots, but he didn't have many zealots, so I don't know.
It's probably more of a charge play. Blink play than anything. He did have his 1 upgrades coming up, which is also a nice play. Arby might have put down a forge a little bit earlier. But in hindsight, you gotta watch your replays and figure out what you did wrong to really progress as a player here. So it actually well played game by Arby. Successfully shows the 4-gate push and the power of mass zealots and stalkers. Tier 1 and 1.5 really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is immortals couldn't really do much against my zealots. My zealots just ripped through those shields because the shields don't really. The zealots technically do, what is it right here? 16 damage, but they do it 8/8, so the full 16 damage gets done to the immortal. Yeah. Whereas with a stalker, you're doing, how much damage is that exactly? 14?
Which will be reduced back to 10, right? The hardened shield of the immortal. But yeah, a good game, and hope you guys enjoyed the live cast.
Yeah, alright, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.